guys, this is Dorothy teaching Pilates here today. Let's go ahead and sit down on your mat with your legs crossed. Try to get nice and comfortable. If you prefer to either sit on a rolled up blanket or fold your mat over to get more comfortable, please do so. So just make sure that the knees are wide and heavy. If you need to take your feet further out from you, that's also fine. So sitting nice and tall, let's go ahead and bring our hands behind your head. Elbows go wide. Think about the back of your head pushing against the hands and pulling your head slightly up so you're growing tall. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, we're gonna twist to one side. And then come back to the center, exhaling. Inhale, twist the other way. And spiral back to center. Let's do 2 more sets. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, twist. Keeping elbows wide, sits bones grounded. Last set. Knees are heavy. Exhale. Inhale through the center. One more time. Coming all the way back to the center. Good, reach the arms out to a T. Good, go ahead and turn the palms to face the ceiling. Sit nice and tall. Again, if you need to position yourself differently to get more comfortable, please do so. Inhale, lift your arms up. Try to relax the shoulders so they're not coming up to the ears. Turn the palms back towards the floor. Lower your arms down. Notice how my palms are now facing the floor. Rotate palms up. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, I've rotated and coming back to a T. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And 2. And exhale 1 more time. Let's lower the arms all the way down towards the floor. Good. Let's go ahead and bring up your left arm towards the ceiling. Have a soft bend at the elbow. Good. And make sure the shoulder's not going up into the ear. Good. On an exhale, go side bend over. I'm bending my mat arm to make room. Inhale, come back up. Let's do that 2 more times to the same side. Even on the sit bones, exhale. Inhale, restack. 1 more time. Over side. Come all the way back up. Good, lower the opposite arm down. Here we go, other side, turn the palm up. Arm goes up, shoulder relaxes. On an exhale, go up so much you go over. Gaze stays straight forward. Inhale, come back up. Last 2. Up so far that you go over the side, breathing into the top lung. Coming all the way back up. Last time. Up and over. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Good, lower the arm all the way down. Roll the shoulders. 3 more times. Good. And then go ahead and reach the arms back out. Good. Sit nice and tall and try to keep those knees heavy so they don't end up bowing up. Good. Reach across the room. Find that the longest line that you possibly can. Palms are facing down. Take small circles, just about tennis ball size. Try not to move the rest of your body. Good. Let's do that for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and reverse. About 10 more. Good. Front ribs to back ribs. About 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the elbows or bend the elbows, bring the palms to face forward. You're going to reach the arms, bring them right out in front of you so palms face each other, and then palms face forward. And moving the scapula along the ribs. Good. I'm trying to keep my hands directly above my elbows. Let's do that for 3. And open to the side. 2. 1 more time. Good, hold the arms out. I'm aiming my thumbs to be right in alignment with my ears, so you can check yourself if you need to. From there, flat back, go ahead and hinge your spine slightly forward. So your back is flat, your stomach pulled away from the thighs. From there, keep your spine stable, and you're gonna reach your arms up and out at a high diagonal. Bend them back into 90 degrees. If this is too much, stay upright in your posture and continue. Let's do that for 5 more. And squeeze down. You can add dumbbells here if you want extra work for the arms. Last 3. Back of the neck is long. 2. And then on this last one, let's keep the arms straight. I'm gonna rotate to the side. You can stay facing forward. So arms are out in front of you, hinge forward. The back of the neck stays long. We're gonna take a little bit of a swim with our arms. So as I move my arms in opposition, I'm trying to keep the weight even in my sits bones. So I'm trying not to go all over the place. So do your best to keep your trunk nice and stable. You should feel some effort in the triceps here. Let's swim for about 10 more counts. Shoulders down, back and wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause there. Bring the spine up nice and vertical. Lower the arms all the way down. Bring the arms slightly behind you. You can come up onto the fingertips, and I'm bringing my elbows to the back wall. From there, I'm gonna get a little bit of extension. So a little bit of pressure up, lift the sternum. Little mini back bend. Ribs are coming up and off the pelvis. And then bring yourself back. Let's go ahead and have you turn to the side so you have the length of your mat in front of you. Knees are bent and feet are flat to the floor. Good, toes are pointing straight forward. Again, I want you to imagine you're right along the wall, so try not to slump back. Good, back is flat, positioning yourself high up onto those sits bones. Hands can reach to the side of the thighs or under. Good, from a tall upright position, elbows are bent slightly to the side. As you exhale, curl the tailbone under and begin to round slightly back. Relax the shoulders. Try to keep the gaze straight ahead, take an inhale. Exhale, curl back to roll up. Good, sitting nice and tall, take an inhale. Exhale, feet stay heavy, round your spine. I'm allowing my arms to straighten out. Trying to relax my shoulders so I'm not overly rounding. Breathe in and breathe out to roll it up. Sitting high and tall here again. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rounding. So continuing to warm up. Good. Round back. Try to keep your knees from bowing in or going wide. Big scoop in the center and roll right back up. Good. 1 more time. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, maintain. Exhale, roll back up. Let's take a quick moment. Let your knees go to the side. Fold yourself forward. You may press the elbows against the inside of the calf to stretch deep. Good. Let's go ahead and come back to that same position and make sure you have enough room on your mat to roll all the way down. You're gonna round your spine, scoop in, and go all the way down to the mat. Good. Arms are long by your side. Let's go ahead and make sure our toes point forward. We're going to go into a little bit of bridge work here. So check in with your pelvis. Make sure your hip bones and your pubic bone are flat. Neck is long, the gaze is straight up to the ceiling. Arms are right by your side, reaching towards your heels with your fingertips. Go ahead and inhale to begin. As you exhale, pull the low abs in so much that you'll curl the tailbone under and roll the hips up. I'm trying to go bone by bone, trying to go nice and slow. Arrive at the top of the bridge, arms go long and heavy. I'm gonna reach my knees forward so I actually feel more active in the back of my legs, hamstrings and glutes. Breathe in to hold, exhale, try to roll down slow. Imagine a pearl necklace kind of draping it down onto a counter, one section at a time. All the way down. And untucking at the very bottom, leveling out to breathe in. Let's do 2 more, nice and simple. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, roll the hips up. Check in that your knees aren't coming together or going wide. They're staying right in the same track of your hips. Arrive at the top of the bridge to take at least 1 inhale. As you exhale, begin to roll down from the upper back, middle back, lower, and then coming all the way to neutral. Level the pelvis to breathe in. 1 more time. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, roll the hips up. Looking for a line from the knees, hips to the shoulders. We're going to let those front ribs pull tight to the lower ribs. Take your inhale breath. Feel like you could pull the mat back towards your heels. Exhale to roll back down. Good. Leveling out into that neutral position. Let's go ahead and stretch that left leg out long. Good. I'm keeping my left toes pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Good. And then we're going to float the right leg up to tabletop. You can either keep the right leg in tabletop and move from the thigh bone or straighten the leg up to the ceiling. So leg goes straight. You can again always do this modified with a bent knee. So we're going to take small circles on the ceiling. Inhale and exhale around. So my left leg is like my standing leg, so I'm trying to keep that left leg still. We'll take 3 more. 2, and 1, and of course the other way. Inhale, exhale around. So just make small, medium circles. Make sure that you're fueling the movement with your breath. It's really not about how big the movement is, but everything else is staying connected. Last 3. And 2, and 1. Good, let's get a little moment here. So bend your knee deep, reach on top of your shin bones and pull that thigh in. So I'm letting my knee come towards my armpit and my foot just hang out. Good, I feel a nice stretch on my hip. My left leg is still reaching long. Good, extend that right leg up. Arms by your side, you can do a scissor switch to go to the left side. If your low back is bothered, please switch a safer way. On an exhale, right leg goes down, left leg goes up. Good. I'm going to make sure that my right foot is flat. My big toe is pointing straight up, and that leg is going right out of my hip socket. So from there, point the left toe. We're going into those small circles. Inhale and exhale around. Let's do 4 more. And go ahead and reverse when you're ready. Taking it the other way. And remember, you can always do it in the bent knee position if that's better for your body. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend that knee in. Reach on top of the shin bone. Let that knee come towards your armpit and the heel drop low to your seat. Remember, we're still standing onto that right leg. Good. Bring the arms out to the side if you have the space. My palms are facing up. My arms are reaching straight out of my shoulders. I'm going to lift my left foot higher, bringing my left leg to a 90-degree angle. So my knees above my hip, the shin bones level to the floor. Good. From there, we're going to drag the right leg in. Exhale, pick the leg up. Squeeze the thighs nice and tight. Knees are right above hips. To modify, you can pull the knees slightly closer. You can also do this activity with the feet on the floor. So legs drawn tight, flex the feet, and arms heavy to the side. Inhale, take both knees over to the left. Either way is fine. My right hip, my top hip has lifted slightly. Exhale back to the center. I'm trying to keep my legs as tight together as possible. Inhale, go over, other way. Exhale to the center. We'll do that several more sets. As you continue, remember legs stay tight. It's your exhale and your side abdominals that bring you back. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Good, so upper spine is staying stable, scapula and tailbone well weighted. Last set each way. Inhale over, exhale to the center. Last one. Good. Go ahead and let the heels drop, pull the knees in close, hug the knees, and just do a little rock side to side. Good, let's go ahead and get into a little upper abdominal work. If your neck is bothered, feel free to use a prop such as a towel behind the head to support, or you can just follow along with the arm movements if you have any contraindications. So feet are on the floor, toes are pointing forward, much like that bridge position earlier. Our arms are going to reach straight up to the ceiling, and they're plugging in, so I'm letting the upper arm bone plug into the socket. We'll take an inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, your arms start to travel down, head, neck, and shoulders curl up, and then trying to reach towards my feet. Inhale, hold, and then exhale, lower back down. Inhale to prepare for another one. Exhale, arms come down, head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, maintain, and then lower back down. Try to keep your feet light, your pelvis in neutral. Lower all the way back down. Let's do just one more. So think about rounding the spine. Good, but keeping the length. Go all the way back down. Good, let the arms go back overhead. If that doesn't feel good for your shoulders, you can stop right up at 90 degrees. So from there, we're going to lift our legs up to a tabletop position. Lift our arms back up above the shoulders. Good, exhale, we're going to curl up. Bring the hands behind the thighs. Try not to push through your legs, but bring your chest closer towards your thighs. Elbows are to the side. And we're going to try to stay in the same shape. So again, I'm not forcing it with my thighs. With your breath, let's go ahead and just start to kind of rock to a seated position. Don't roll onto the neck. So you're just trying to transition to an upright position. Now that I'm up, I found balance. My feet ground to the floor. Sit yourself tall. We're going to keep the knees bent, feet flat. Reach your arms forward. Again, modify moving hands on outer thighs. Exhale, ground your spine and articulate all the way down. We're going to stretch our arms back overhead. If that doesn't feel good for your shoulders, then arms can stop right up at 90. Here we go. We're going to exhale, bring our legs up to a tabletop. Bring our hands behind the thighs, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Here we are again. Elbows wide, begin to rock yourself forward. Find the balance at the top. Lower the feet down. Good, sit as tall as you can. Reach your arms forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, going back. Good, take your arms up and over if that feels nice. Stretching your shoulders. Arms up above, float your legs. Good, back of the thighs, curling up deep, big scoop. Begin to rock yourself forward. It usually takes me about 3 to 4. Find your balance, lower the feet, sit tall and high in those sits bones. Last time, arms reach forward, you scoop in to roll yourself back. Right through the center, try to relax your shoulders. One more time, let's take our stretch for our arms up and over. It's okay to allow the ribs to flare. As the arms come up above the shoulders, the ribs go heavy. Our legs come in, our hands hook, curling up. Good, use your biceps to deepen that curve. Start to rock yourself upright. Find your balance, lower the feet down. Take a quick stretch forward, elbows to the knees and gaze down. Nice, guys. Let's go ahead and lay down onto our stomachs to do a little bit of glute work. So a couple different things you can do here to protect your low back. If you have a hand towel that you rolled up, you can fold that over and then lie your hip creases down onto that. So, and do what you need to. We'll actually start down onto the stomach and start in a more supportive position. So what we'll do here is I'm going to lift my hips up so I can bring my hands, the heels of my hands right under the hip points there. And then I'm letting my pelvis relax. So my elbows are slightly bent. I'm going to look straight down. You can either hover the head or put a towel under to support if that's not comfortable. From there, my legs go wide, about as wide as the mat. My heels are slightly turning in, my toes are slightly out. So from there, keep your legs really straight and try to keep your upper body relaxed. As you exhale, you're going to float both legs up and off of the floor and lower them down and lift them up. Now, if the position for your hands doesn't feel right for you, please feel free to adjust or bring your arms out from under. Good. Once you find the right position, let's go ahead and lift the legs and hold for 3 counts. 2 and 1. Let's do that just 2 more times. Both legs going long and lifting up. Keep the back of the neck long. Lower down. Last time. Remember, a towel could be helpful here instead of the hands. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs down. We're going to do a similar sequence. However, we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. So go ahead and bend your elbows, stack your hands one on top of the other. Bring your forehead down to your hands. And then go ahead and we're going to do that same sequence again. If it's not supportive for your back, please feel free to use your hands as we did earlier. So I'm going to rest my forehead down. I could also hover slightly to make it more challenging, your choice. From there, inhale, take both legs up and hold both legs up. 3 more counts, 2 and 1. Lower the legs down. Let's just do 3 more. Both legs lift up. Relax the shoulders. Avoid going into too much neck flexion. Lower the legs down. 1 more time only. Both legs. Good, I'm feeling my hip bones and pubic bone pressing down. That's going to protect my low back. Lower the legs all the way down. Good, from there, if you need to get a quick child's pose stretch, go for it. We'll continue to move on for a little bit longer before we go there. Reach your arms out forward. So my palms are facing in, and my pinkies are on the bottom. If you have shoulder issues, go wider with your hands. From there, I'm going to keep my legs wide to be a little easier on my low back. The more narrow your legs, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. So from there, we're in slight extension. So my sternum is slightly lifted as my gaze is several inches out in front of me. I'm going to take an exhale to lift both arms up, both arms up, not legs. And I'm trying to aim my bicep and my ear close together. And then I'm going to swim the arms. So much like we did earlier, we're looking for what's not moving. Remember, wider arms for shoulder issues. So as I swing my arms, I'm trying not to shift my weight side to side. So everything's staying still. 8 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. And then lower everything down. Let's take that child's pose stretch. Bring the hands under the armpits, curl your toes under, and go ahead and sit your bum back towards your heels. Arms reaching towards the edge of the mat. Good, we'll go back on the stomach a little bit longer, so go ahead and lower yourself all the way back down. This time we're going to bend our elbows, tucking them close into our rib cage. So my arms are like little W's. Again, position your legs to support your low back. Together it's more challenging, a little wider, a little less on pressure and dumping into the low back. So do what you need to there. Good, from there, neck is long. I'm going to think about a ball, a little marble or a small tennis ball, being right under my nose, and then start to think about rolling the ball forward. So I start to slowly roll the ball forward. So I'm lifting up, and then there's nowhere else to go but lifting up the elbows a little bit. So stomach pulls in, hip bones and pubic bone press down. And find your mini swan or extension back bend. And go ahead and bend your elbows, lower all the way back down. Same way you came up. Good, if you need to reposition your arms further out or up to be more supportive, please do so. And 2 more. We're gonna roll the ball forward. Try to keep the back of the neck long. Once I can't go up anymore, I am gonna use my arms a little bit more to be helpful. So you choose if you want your elbows to stay on the mat or if you want to lift up a little bit more. Lower all the way back down. Good, one more time. Maybe this can be the best or the biggest yet. You decide. Big inhale, roll the ball forward. Try not to use your arms at this point. And then here we go. Maybe up a little bit more. Set the shoulders in place and slowly lower down. Elbows touch down, ribs all the way down. Nice, guys, tuck your toes. Let's take one more child's pose here. So sit back towards your heels, stretch your arms forward, and let your head drop low. Just going to walk both hands over to one side. Maybe place the inside hand on top. Go ahead and walk over to the other side. Try not to move your butt too much. Drop your head. Relax your shoulders. Come all the way back to the center. Let's go ahead and slowly roll it up. So we're going to get into a little bit of glute work here. So we're going to lie down onto our side. So you can just continue to face your monitor here. So we're going to bring our head into our hands. If this doesn't feel good, another option would be to go all the way down or use whatever kind of support, ball, towel, whatever you need to support your neck. So we're going to have our knees bent, and my knees are coming right out of my hips, and my feet are directly below my knees. So there's that tabletop 90-degree angle. So feet are not back towards the or under the sits bones, they're more forward today. So from there, try to think about that top waistline lengthening out. So you're ironing out that top shirt. There's also a little bit of space under the waistline there. Good. Head is in alignment with or earlobes are in alignment with the shoulder, right down to the sits bones. So your trunk is in a long line there. I like to use the back end of my mat to measure out to make sure I'm not out of alignment. Use your top arm as a slight kickstand. We're going to start simple. We're just going to lift that top leg up and down. And what we're not doing is a clam. So I want your foot and your knee to stay level with each other best you can. Top leg up and top leg down. So if I was doing a clam, my knee would go higher than my foot. My hip would roll back. So I want you to try to keep your top hip on your bottom hip and take the whole shape of your leg up and down. You do a couple more there, make adjustments as needed. Again, find a different position for your head if you need to. As much as you can, try to keep your gaze straight ahead versus looking down at your feet or to the monitor. So keep your alignment. Okay, we're going to lift that leg up and hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift the leg up. Remember, foot doesn't go higher than knee, and knee doesn't go higher than foot. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the shape of the leg down. 1 more time. Good. Leg goes up. Bottom leg is pressing to the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Should feel a lot of work on the outer thigh there. We're going to take the shape of the leg up, not quite so high, but my foot and my knee are level. And then again, use that top arm in front of you. Take the shape of the leg back and take the shape of the leg forward to be stacked right over the bottom. So what I'm not doing is letting my hips roll back. Doesn't need to be big. Shape of the leg goes back, and shape of the leg comes forward. For 4. As your leg travels back, notice how your ribs want to go forward. Try to avoid that. So front ribs to back ribs. I think we have 2 more. All that good. Last time, shape of the leg goes back. Shape of the leg comes up. Let's go ahead and take that leg back where we were. Remember, hips not tipping back. I'm trying to level my foot and my knee up, or level to each other. And we're going to take small pulses, up and up. So again, check in that your eyes are straight ahead. Last 5, 4, you should feel this in the glute mid and minimus. 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring that leg forward. Let's just get a quick stretch for our hips. You can use your hands to sit up. Cross that, whatever your top leg was, over. Grab your legs and pull yourself forward to stretch. You should feel nice and lengthening there. Good, we can flip the feet and do that short sequence on the other side. Good, so I'm again lining myself up at the back of my mat. That includes my elbow. I don't want my elbow too far forward or my gaze tends to go down. So position yourself. Remember, trying to think about a little air pocket there. Knees right out of the hips, feet right under the knees. So don't create that 90 degree. Good, thighs are stacked up. Use your top arm to support. From there, remember, foot and knee stay level. So the shape of the leg goes up and down. Shape of the leg goes up and down. I like to exhale to lift the leg. Again, I always encourage people to use their own breath pattern that makes the most sense for them. So feel free to experiment with the breath pattern. And let's go for about 3 more. Remember, we have the ones with the hold as well. 2. Quite common to feel that bottom leg working, right? Especially if it's our second side. Good, next time, lift that leg up. Check your knee hasn't gone higher than your foot, vice versa. Hold the shape of the leg for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down. Last 2. The leg goes up, we hold, breathing, and then the leg lowers down. 1 more time. Leg travels up. 3, 2, and 1. Last sequence here, we're going to pick that leg up, not quite as high, about hip height, and then you're going to take the shape of the leg and bring it back a little bit, and bring that leg forward to the beginning. And shape of the leg goes back, and shape of the leg goes forward. Good, remember that tendency to want to lean forward when your leg goes back. Try to keep your trunk really stable. Good. 2 more before we do the pulses. Leg goes back and forward. And feeling right where that effort is, hold the leg back and then take the little pulses up. Good, going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg forward. Use your hands to sit up. Good. Take that top leg and cross it over just to get that stretch. Good. Let's go ahead and finish up here. We just did a short little sequence, hopefully, get your Pilates in today. But let's do a short little sequence to end with. So I'm going to encourage you to stand up. I'm going to see kneeling myself so that you can see. And again, you could do this kneeling, but preferable if you stand. So you're up on top, on your mat. You can stand all the way up. Again, I'm just going to choose to stay kneeling so that you can see a little bit more. Take an inhale breath, exhale, nod your chin to your chest. And you're gonna try to roll down. Bend your knees a little bit here if you're standing. So if you're standing, you're rolling down. Just want to get my full body in the video here. Let your head hang heavy. Good, try to keep the weight towards your toes versus like pushing back and leaning behind you. Breathe in and breathe out to slowly roll up. Scoop in, restack, standing nice and tall. Just do that 2 more times. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Good, round down. Good, I'm trying to pull my stomach back, rounding my spine. Exhale, roll up. And up. And up. Standing nice and tall 1 more time. Exhale, nodding the chin to the chest. Rolling the spine down. Letting arms just simply hang. The head hang. Good, stay there for a moment longer. Maybe shake the head a little bit. So I'm nodding my head, yes. A little side to side, no. And then with my next exhale, good, I try to press down through my feet to roll up and rebuild. All the way to the beginning, coming all the way out. Good. Thanks for joining today, guys. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Have a good one.